Focus is underrated, right? People talk about goals but can't stay locked in long enough to build anything real. And the difference between people who build something and people who keep starting over, it's not talent and it's not motivation. It's just who kept showing up for the vision even when it got quiet. You dig? Most people don't see the vision until it's already done. And that's not hate. That's just human nature. That's how it is. Support doesn't always come early. A lot of time it doesn't come at all, right? You gotta carry it yourself until it's real. That's how it is. There was a time I had to learn that the hard way, right? Back in 2013, I moved to a new state and I didn't know anyone, right? But I had this idea to open a custom t-shirt business. Nobody took it seriously. Family didn't back me up. People around me thought it was just a phase. But I know what I wanted to do because Lil Wayne was hot, Cash Money was hot, and they were wearing all those DGK shirts. It was a lot of, you know, stuff on them, and it was pretty cool. So I started making shirts, and I started to put One Direction pictures on them, and Drake at that time, and whatever was hot. And suddenly it popped off, you know what I mean? But people didn't see the hard work, right? People noticed after it popped off, then they started believing it. But me, I believed in it before it even existed. So what I'm trying to say is the same thing with your mindset. It applies to everything, especially when you're building yourself. You can't wait for belief. You got to prepare yourself for what you say you want. And it doesn't matter what field it is, whether it's fitness, business, your mindset, whatever it is, you have to create the structure that success can land on. That's why routines are very important. I'm a big believer in routines, not because they look good on social media, right? Because it keeps you sane when life's pulling at you. Little things like having a morning routine. And I'm not talking about those long 15 steps routine. Just a flow that stabilizes your day before the word even touches you. And for me, I wake up for the last 6 years, 5 a.m. 5 a.m., no alarm, no nothing. And you can't reach me at those times. I'm not available. You can call, my phone is on a sleep mode. I don't do no work. That's the time when I spend it with myself. You get what I'm saying? That's the time when I train, I think, I reflect, I move. And it's calm and it's sharp. And it's where everything starts from. You dig? Because if we don't put ourselves first in those hours, the rest of the day owns us. And when the day owns you, you lose the vision little by little. It was the same for me with fitness, right? I tried, failed a few times, and it's when the pandemic hit that I really stuck to fitness because I started work outdoor and I fall in love with calisthenics. That's what it is, you know, just doing push-up, pull-up, dips. And calisthenics have a way to it that is very fun for me. For example, every level that you can unlock in calisthenics is like putting another 45 plate on your bench. That's how you can see it. That's how I see it, right? But beyond the gym, behind the grind, it's always circle back to the vision because that's what keeps you going when the noise gets loud. You don't always need more information. Sometimes you just need clarity. And you gotta know who you are, what you want, what you're not available for anymore. You dig? You heard that? Know what you're no longer available for. Distractions, excuses, certain people. Once you lock that in, it gets easier to protect your energy. And the truth is, staying focused is not always sexy, right? It's quiet, it's lonely sometimes. There's no applause for being disciplined when no one watching. But that's where the real self-respect grows. And we all had our moments, right? Where we sleep, lost direction, question ourselves. But every time you come back to your vision, every time you move in alignment with it, you get sharper, more grounded, less reactive, and more powerful. You dig? So stay focused with your vision, no matter what it is. Other than that, man, I'll see you in the next video. Stay focused. I'm your boy Ash. Peace.